Zarzola live for us. She is seeing the evidence of what our weather authority team has been telling us is on the horizon.
Yeah, so I was out there, remember, last month already, and I was telling you guys, warning you, when we get that onshore flow, those winds coming in from the east, that helps to push a lot of this water. And guess what? You're supposed to say what?
Yep, that's right.
I'm just kidding. Well, just in time for spooky season, we actually have a full moon, a super moon, and that's going to actually pull up the tides even more, guys.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I know. So let's get you over to the wall, talk about it a little bit more. So what are the king tides? Well, the king tides are the highest of the high tides of the year, and we know exactly when they are. It's now and also another first week in November. That's going to be our next round of king tides, and this peaks this round on Wednesday. And it's made worse, again, by those onshore winds, which is exactly what we have. So we have a coastal flood advisory all up and down South Florida. You can see it even spans into the Keys all the way to West Palm Beach. And again, when do you see the major impact and when do you see those roads really flooded or those low-lying areas? It's an hour and a half before and after that high tide peak time. So the impacts, the low-lying streets, they may flood, storm drains. I've seen them overflow even without any sort of sunshine. That's what happens with these king tides too, but rain exacerbates it. And remember, some seawalls and docks will be overtopped with that water too. So please be
All right, shifting gears, taking things over to weather. How are we looking, Amanda?
We're not looking bad today. We're seeing a lot of sunshine, Eric and Annalise, and we do see that we have a flood threat in place. So don't let the sunshine fool you. We do have showers and storms to talk about, so let's get to it. So what I do notice that for today, you can see that depending upon where you are, anywhere up and down South Florida, basically what we have is going to be a marginal level 1 out of 4 risk for flooding. Why? There's a couple different ingredients that are at play, but first and foremost, we have rain. So that's always going to lead us to have that threat of some flooding. But hey, it's a beautiful day if you're trying to get outside right now at least. But we do see a couple of showers that are sitting offshore. Just to the north of Bimini right now, I'm tracking out a few of those storms. We did have a couple that were sitting offshore that have since fizzled out. Boca, you can wave to this one little shower. It's falling apart though as it's pushing more westward and onshore. We've seen this trend over the past 2 hours, and we're going to continue to see more of these showers coming our way. And speaking of Broward County, take a look. Fort Lauderdale, you're at 86 degrees right now, 88 for Miami, and Key West at 86 as well. So it's a little hazy out there, a little gray, nothing too crazy, but I would definitely keep the umbrella in the front seat with you today because we do have a 50% chance for rain, especially as we head into that 3 o'clock hour. So as you're picking the kids up from school, the car line, don't be surprised if you start to see these sprinkles moving in, and you don't want to get caught without an umbrella and have a plastic bag over your head, right? We hate when that happens. So you want to really make sure that you have the umbrella in place from 3 to about 7 o'clock because that's when the model is showing that most of the showers and storms will be rolling through. Now we can see that as we head into about 2 that yes, there are a few couple of these showers that are far more inland and right along I-75 as you travel across the alley. That's exactly what the storms are going to be doing later today. 3, 4, and 5, they start to cluster and move a little closer to southwest Florida and Collier County, and then we could see a heavier downpour a little bit closer to Key Largo and also Homestead. But as they travel southward, a lot of these storms, especially as they're sitting over the Everglades, are going to be strong. You'll definitely see a good amount of rain from this, and that adds to that flood risk potential amongst other things. This is one ingredient, but we do have a couple of polka dots of green right there, a few couple of showers that are still lingering into the later evening hours, but for the most part, we'll see those rain chances taper off into tonight. So 1, we have rain in place. 2, we are going to get breezier as we head into today and tomorrow, and it's going to be winds coming in from the east, meaning an onshore flow. So those winds are going to actually help to push up some water, and we're going to talk about how that adds to the flood risk too. But look, today it's going to be relatively normal. However, heading into tomorrow, we start to see those winds even to our north for friends in Jupiter. 25 to 30 miles per hour is what they're going to be gusting to in West Palm Beach as well. And by, I would say, Tuesday night into Wednesday, especially, we are going to be much more breezy, and that is going to allow for this, along with the full moon, that flood risk potential goes up. So 1, we have rain already, just normal afternoon storms and showers. 2, we have the onshore flow. And number 3, the hunter or harvest moon comes out. It's a super moon. That's going to help to pull that tide even higher than normal. And look at this. You can see, but Tuesday right here, you can see that we will be sitting, I would say, right around 9:50-ish at high tide, right? So that's going to be one of our last ones. But it gets worse as we head into Wednesday. So king tide, I know we talk a lot about it. What does it mean? Well, we have this coastal flood advisory in effect because of the king tides and also because we have that supermoon. So king tides, they peak on Wednesday for us here in Broward and Miami-Dade. And it's made worse by the onshore flow. So that's another ingredient that we have. And remember, it's an hour and a half before or after high tide. So the impacts, what you need to know, king tides come and they help to flood our low-lying areas, cars, streets, everything else in between. So remember, turn around, don't drown if you see the flooded roadways. And also heading into the rest of this week, we're going to see more and more rain chances, keeping us in the 80s.
All right, Amanda, we'll
It is wonderful and beautiful to see the community come together and rally behind her. And we are going outside, and if you maybe are taking a nice walk with the family right now, or the kids, of course, they're in recess coming up here in a little bit, I want to let you know that we are seeing a couple showers and storms that are sitting offshore. So for the car pickup line, please make sure you have that umbrella in the front seat for you and the kids. We do see that those clouds, though, thankfully are starting to clear out of here for most of Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Homestead still looking a little partly cloudy there, but most of the strongest showers and storms are offshore. And the more that we could see those rain chances drop, the better off we're going to be. Rain chances are going to be on the higher side, though, and that's going to exacerbate our flooding problem over the next couple of days. So here's the key. We do have higher than normal tides because we have a full supermoon, our harvest moon, our hunter's moon, also interchangeable names there. We do know that coastal flooding is going to be an issue, especially as we head into this Wednesday.
all righty, Amanda. And